let's get back into this tournament. So we are into round. Let me find myself here in the bracket. Won my first 3. And we're playing against, let's see, an opponent who goes by the name of Bushway. I'm not sure if that's like a family name or what, but pretty sure that's what we're looking at here. And again, quality is going to be a little off. It's going to be a little stretched and weird looking. I did have to pull this from my vertical live. I am working on it. Thank you for the feedback. I know the video quality is not the best, but I'm working on different solutions for streaming these and making sure that the quality is better. It's just kind of like logistically challenging because typically I'll stream with my phones and I either have a backup phone to record the match so that I can use that later, or I just use the single phone and then I download the archive of the video, but YouTube compresses the heck out of the thing so it barely looks like a video by the time YouTube's done with it. So this is the match that I had previewed last time, where I mentioned that normally slow play doesn't really get to me, doesn't really like affect me or bother me too much. But in this case, my opponent just has a very, very kind of slow pre-shot routine approach, decision-making process. So it's kind of tough for me. Hopefully you'll get a sense of that here in the video. You guys are welcome to just skip ahead, however, but I did not have any kind of fast forward button available to me in person. Meanwhile, I'm trying to get out as usual, and I got a little funny. I needed to be above this 13 ball enough to get back down table, so I ended up opting for the 14. And actually, you know, I have a sneaking suspicion that this might be against a different opponent, not the slower opponent. We'll have to wait to see when he gets to the table. But this might be against Mark, not Bushway. Yeah, this was a little touchy though. I'm just kind of remembering the... Oh, maybe it is Bushway. We'll find out. Doesn't really matter. Yeah, this was weird. I needed to get above the 13 enough so that I could get back down table. But these balls are blocking a lot of the window to get on the 13, and so I end up in a bad spot. It was a runnable layout, but just kind of got out of line. Now I basically just have to make a good hit. Intention here is to roll down onto the 9, easy speed. Just a containing safety. I didn't feel like I could do too much here. Judged it pretty well though. Center ball hit. It's always going to be tough. I mean, he can lock me up here, get ball in hand. Yeah, okay, this is Bushway. He can get ball in hand and pick off a couple shots. I don't think he has any kind of glaring issues. Maybe he just calls the 3 ball with the knowledge that if it misses, I'm up table without great options. Or he just played safe right out of the gate. I think he gave me access to the 15. There's no shot that I can see, but I can at least hit the ball. Probably the play from here is to tie something up. Send the 15 into the 6 and the 7 if I can get at it thin enough and cluster them. I don't think there's anything playable, so the 15 off the 7 doesn't look like anything to me right now. Let's see what I go for. I think I was just trying to cluster the 7 onto the 9. I probably sold out the 7. Which he could go for right now. The 2 ball's pretty safe again. It sends me up table. gives him a shot. The 6 could drop him on the 7 later. He does not have to take the 7 right now. Probably the more conservative play is to go after the 2. If he wants to attack and try to run out, he could go from the 7 into the 15, into the 6, depending on the angle, open things up, and then he's almost guaranteed to have some kind of shot afterwards, as long as he gives it enough pace to get through. So this is looking pretty good for him for the opening game. He's looking kind of across table towards the 4 and the 5. Nope, he's looking at the 1. He's looking at the 1. This must just be a safe. Yeah, just keep me away from him. Speed control was on. Clearly the scratch was there on the 1 ball. I would have been quite relieved to have been handed ball in hand after that. No such luck. This is tough. I might be able to swerve around the 4, but I think the 3's in the way of the natural line, and you're having to shoot sort of straight between the 3 and the 4 and then have like a delayed. I don't know if that's even possible from up there. I'll just have to kick into the 15 or the 9. The 9 might be a little bigger. It's hard to see if the 2 ball catches my line or not. But the 9 ball might be a little bigger in the sense that you can come into it straight behind the 7 or sort of rail first into the 9. Also kind of hard to judge. From there, I think I was just looking at the natural sort of half table, you know, side pocket, corner to side pocket to corner sort of thing. And then adjusting from there. Does not seem like I'm going to use my system, which is a choice that I make sometimes. The aspect ratio of the video is funny to me. It looked like I got squished. Just hit right into the 2 ball. That's an option. Successful safety from my opponent, so good opportunity to get a game up. Got to solve the 6 and the 7, but I feel like if you play the 6 to get onto the 7, then maybe the 2 ball's naturally next. You go from the 7. You have lots of options. You could draw back out for the 2 or the 6. You could go through the 7 and get up on the 3. The other side of the 7 is there. I don't know. Draw back for the 6 in the side, or draw back up here for the 3. Out and around. And gets fortunate to get a look at the 2. That could have ended up pretty disastrous. He was really tracking towards the 8. Basically the worst spot you could be, right, is right on the top of the 8. Maybe only leaving yourself the 1. He comes away with a look at the 2. So he's still got options here. Could shape the 6 from there, or he could just kind of pop down and take the 3 after that. Decides to snip back off the 2. He's okay. The 5 goes in the side, the 5 goes in the corner. If you send the 5 to the side, you're probably going to roll into the 8. He is sizing it up. I think he was just looking at the back of the 5 to send it to the corner, and he'll be able to slide across. Good reset. Gotta do it. But overcuts it. So gets a bit of a roll again. I'm not sure what shape he was playing for, if he was just trying to slide over for the 3, or if he was trying to get on the 1. Either way, he's in that zone and makes for a pretty good two-way shot. I got to use my system here. I have to make a good hit and give myself a chance to make the 9 ball down there. Use your system, dude. It works. Sometimes I'll weirdly decide to not use it if I don't know what causes that really. If I'm just like feeling myself and I'm just like, I want to just make a good hit without, I don't know, without making it seem like I'm trying too hard or so like it's silly. Just do the things that work. Win the game. Oh, he's gonna do it. All right. This is pretty touchy. Hard to judge. Call the 9. Maybe the 4 slightly in the way, or I have to spin at this. Can I even cue straight at it? This is awkward. I'm like over the 3 a little bit too. You have to ease this in, but give it enough pace to make the 9. Oh, that was pretty good. That was pretty close. I used my system. And I get a little roll. I get rewarded by the pool gods. Contentious first rack here. Lots more innings than we've seen in this tournament so far. And gumming up the works. I was in a flow. I mean, I don't know. The last set was not super flowy for me, but probably safe, right? Just come thin off the 6, send me up table, good cue ball. Just keep making me kick at him, and eventually something will happen in this game. I have to go 2 rails at the 9 now. Yeah, my like funhouse mirror body right now. I mean, luckily, I'm pretty likely to make some kind of hit. Surprised I'm going after the 15. I guess the concern is if I do go into this short rail and make the 9, it's going to send the cue ball up table, whereas if I make a good hit on the 15, it's containing the cue ball. I could see that. Looking at the side pocket line again, but I'll have to spin past it. I don't have high confidence here, but I'm calling something. Probably called the 15. If the 15 even goes past the 9, honestly, don't try to make it, right? Just make a good hit and leave the cue ball down there. Maybe you roll something closer to the pocket. Oh, I might have been going after the 9 because that was pretty close to the hit from the short rail on the 9. All right, man, golden opportunity. I would probably be playing the 5, rolling up for the 6, play the 3, play the 4, or the 1 and the 4. Those look okay. You could probably also play the 5 down here, stop the cue ball there, play the 6 there. Yeah, that's fine too. Yep, just kind of stop it there. You can roll through the 6 for the 3, or pinch off it if he's trying to shape the 4. Looks like he's checking his line on the 3. He's going after the 3 right now. Okay. I do believe the 1 connects to the 4. So it's probably the 6 ball is the key ball. Looking at the back of the 4. Gotta roll through it just a little bit. Just rolling him in. He's good on the 6. Not sure if he'll want to sort of stun into this rail and come back out, or just roll through the 6 and get down table for the 8 in the right-hand side. He may have to come across. It's got a bit of an angle. Yeah, he's not a fan. So he had to not only come across, but roll down table. I don't know if he had to, but makes the 6. It's a bear down moment on the 8. Would probably feel kind of safe though. I mean, you know, even if he misses, I'm going to be up table without great options on the 9 and the 15. Gets out of that one. Loser breaks in this format, so I'm up, and I'm experimenting with a hand on the table second ball break. It's just it's new to my game, just to, you know, testing it out a little bit. I haven't gotten it dialed in, as you can tell, but I don't think I'm going to mind a cluster in the set either, as long as we can get a bit of a rhythm going. Because that last rack was a lot of kicking it the ball and not really having a great option and not getting to play much. So getting iced. He's got stripes as an opener. These are tough. This guy doesn't really go anywhere. The 10 doesn't really want to go anywhere right now. He's playing the 3 to try to get into the 1. Not sure. He knows he's got to shoot the 1. And I remember I'm sitting in the chair back here, basically. I've got my camera on that table that's between the chairs at the foot of the table. So I was looking basically down the barrel of this 1 ball, and I did not feel like it was going to go. But I tried not to betray anything on my face. I think he just tries to like slide this in. Yeah, there's no way, dude. Maybe on a valley table. At this point in my mental game, I'm probably still pretty relaxed. I don't think I'd be like frustrated or annoyed or anything yet, but I would start to feel like, okay, I want to get out of this set. I want to start winning some games and move on. So take and run here would feel pretty good. But I have a lot of work to do. The 11-8 is not pretty. This cluster 9, 13, 12 with the 2 ball in there. There may not be an out, especially with how the 10 ball finished. Might just roll up to get on the 14, preserve an angle on the 14. Oh. Huh. I don't know if that was a miscue. Looked like I kind of like lunged at it. That's gonna stick in the system for a minute. I might not have been fully committed to what I was doing off the 15. He's looking at the 7 in the side. It's really thin. I think a lot of players would rather just roll it down in the bottom left corner. It should go in the side, but is there a future? Like, do you get much from that? I don't know. I don't know if you get much off that. And here's the consideration. If the 13 goes, then it might send me into the 9 and the 12 to develop those. The 11 ball probably goes down here. The 15's got a pocket. The 10 can go up here. If I can open up, if I have to open up the cluster, then I could do it right now. If I don't have to, maybe the 9 goes over here. This could put me in surgery mode where I start to kind of pick them apart. Fourteen's a little weird just because it's not really close to anything. Nothing really lends itself to get on the 14, but it should still be workable. Interesting. I'm calling the 14 in the bottom left corner, so I don't like the run out, and that means that I just want to get the 14 in play. I'm going to turn things over to him again, but oh, right into the 7. I think the line was pretty good. I'll take a roll. Little tap on the table, obviously. I wasn't playing the cue ball that way, but I'll take one at this point. What do you do here? You can make a good hit on the 2, but then you're moving it out of the cluster. I think you just have to accept the good hit. There's not a combo on, I don't believe so. The 2 into the 4. You probably just make a good hit and then create distance. Send the cue ball up to the top left. Doesn't have too much else. You don't want to risk giving up ball in hand here. Take the hit on the 2, maybe you push it into the 8 and the 4. Keep things clustered. And with distance, I'm not going to be able to do too much. Oh, maybe he's got enough room to cue between the ball and the 2. Okay, he had more room than I thought. Yeah, it's a pretty good play. 10 is still tied up. Don't believe it'll go. Now I have the 13, the 9, the 12, and the 14 all here. I'm looking at rolling into the 12 and trying to keep him, maybe roll off the 12 and put him behind the 14. It opens up my cluster and keeps him off a ball. Probably my best play. I don't think I can really do too much off the 15 without giving him a look at the 1 or the 5. I could shoot. I mean, I could shoot the 13. This turned out pretty good because I blocked him on the 5. I think I blocked him on the 6 by leaving the 12 down there. Getting a little more comfortable with playing both the cue ball and the object ball, and in this case I didn't feel like I could glue him up behind the 14. That would have been ideal, but moving the 12 in such a way that it's, you know, the cue ball comes over here, the 12 ball is coming over here, but make sure that the 12 blocks the 6. That would have been part of the calculation in this case. Looks like he has a line on the 4. Just make a good hit on this. Shuffling the 8 a little bit, coming across table. Does give me a shot. 11 ball's got a pocket. I'm looking at the 10. I'm starting to think about how do I get out. The 12 only wants to go here now. Maybe the 10 goes. The 10, if it goes, could be used to open the 15. Everything else works. And the 10 opening the 15 could put me on the 12. if the 10 goes. Still weird though. Do I have to go below the 9 to start? Like 14 to get below the 9? Or I come out for the 13 in the side and that puts me on the 10? Probably coming across table for the 13 or the 12. Oh, I went way across. I don't know if I played that on purpose or not. Based on the telegraphing, and I do a lot of telegraphing, but based on what I was doing at the table, it didn't seem like I was trying to get the breakout on the 15. Turned out pretty nice for me. Okay, because I'm on the back side of the 11. I don't want to play the 11 to the 15. I'll just take the 15 now. I missed that ball. Yeah, dang. That's gonna frustrate me too. I guess I didn't want to just slide that in because you lose the cue ball. I wanted to keep the cue ball above the 10 so that I had the 10 or the 11 next. But undercut it. I just sent the 15 into the 10 where I didn't have to. Even at that speed, I think it still would have gone in off the rail. Tough one. Open things up. Might have to make a bit of a shot on the 7, but unless he plays the 2 now. The 2 now might be a better containing shot because you can roll forward and get on the 7 or the 1. 5 puts you on the 6. Okay, he was pretty straight on the 7. He's on the 1, maybe pinch back to get from the 5 to the 6. Unless he wants to play short side on the 6, you could probably get there from the 1 right now. Or you can shoot the 2 now, potentially, into the 5 to get to the 6. 5 to the 6. Slightly awkward queuing here around the 10 ball. Still plenty of room to operate. Smart, use the 12 as a blocker. Just bump into that. Play really safe position there. You're never going to roll behind the 12. Just pick your spot on the 2 ball. 2 ball's the key. Play it in the right hand side like this, and then kind of float above for the 8 in the left hand side. You should be good to go. Played it well, you know, capitalize on that miss for me. Underhit that a little bit, but still fine. Should be able to just roll up. Ooh, we tried to hold it too much. Gotta steal this one, because he was about to get on the hill. Not any huge problems here. The 11 makes a fantastic key ball. You play that, and then the 8 goes on the left side. I have to be thrilled. I gotta be happy coming back to the table. It's kind of like a drill, right? Look at these two and this guy. Yeah, pop this one in, get behind the 9. It's pretty straight on it. So use an angle on the 9 to come across table. I like that. Or I could roll down to get on the 12. I think I remember this shot. I think I pretty dramatically underhit this ball. But I'm usually pretty comfortable here, guys. I've spent a decent amount of time with this sort of yo-yo drill where you have to, you know, shoot into the rail and come across for another rail shot and then come across for the other side. You just go back and forth as long as you can. So I opt for the 12 here. Underhit that. Needed to come down. Being in this area would have been really comfortable for the 12. Maintain the angle, but make the 12 much more makeable. From here, the 12 is missable. So yeah, I'm gonna have to pivot and shoot the 11. Shooting the 11, I can pretty easily, because I'm gonna be hitting with a low ball, encourage the 11 to go in and drag off it, shape the 10 or the 15. I think coming out for the 10 makes the most sense. Yeah, that played pretty nice. Outside of the 10 to send me towards the 15. Get somewhat straight on the 15 to roll into it this way and come down for the 12. Don't love the 12 as a key ball, but like we've said, the 8 ball's kind of jazzy, you know? You gotta be willing to improvise sometimes. This works fine. High ball on the 15. Lay down, make the 12 unmissable. I'll probably end up coming around 2 rails for the 8 on the left-hand side off the 12, staying above it. Pull that in. Kind of slide it in. This is high right. Dig into this rail, come out and up. Long bridge, sighting is easy. Cue clean through that. Good speed. Cool, good little steal. Needed that one. Yeah, second ball break. Hits them pretty good. The 5 bobbles in and out. Oh. Tried to use the force on it, but I remember this one too. Everybody look on the left-hand side here to the 8 and the 1. That is going to come into play later. So I get ball in hand, and I really want to run this out. I was getting some water. That's me. All right, get in there, dude. So it is an open table, but this cluster is kind of gross. I don't know if both the 6 and the 4 go, but if the 6 goes right now, you got to just take that. Maybe I am going after the stripes here. Yeah, with fallen hands, you can kind of open up the 15, 13 situation. It's playable. Probably the idea is that the 10 ball opens up the 8 and the 1. Yeah, I don't mind that. Open up the 13 and 14 enough so that you're guaranteed shape on the 13 and a shot from the 14 to the next ball. Immediately looking at the 8 and the 1. Can I get into it from... That would be nice, right? If I could hold somewhere off the 13 to get into the 14 and then open up the 8 now, then I've got enough stripes on the table. I think it was there. That's probably the play, guys, is to get into the 13 and get up above the 14 so that you play it in sort of low outside. Because it's, yeah, I mean, it's nice to go for the out, but you need a plan for the 8. Pulling up for the 9. The lines are good here, but it's just the problem with the 8. I'm looking at going into the 8 and the 1 from above the 10. Basically like this line on the 10, play the 10 in here, and then the cue ball comes into the cluster. Coming off the 9 right now, I don't think I can avoid the 12. Maybe I'm just hoping to come off the left side of the 12 to get onto the 10. Decided to stay away from the 12, stun off it. Could break it out right now. Yeah, you gotta look at this. It's not as much of an angle on the 13 as I might like. But getting into the 1 ball right now is good. The only problem is you don't want to hit it with too much pace in case the combination decides to sink the 8 ball. I don't have that kind of precision yet, you know, to come off the rail from the 13 and decide exactly where on the 1 ball I want to hit it. I've got pretty good odds to hit the 1 ball, but not specifically where I'm aiming yet. Yeah, I overdid it. Came away with a look at the 10 and the 12. Yeah. Might need to play the 12 and then basically a stop shot or snip back for the 10. Get into the 8 ball from there. Just running out of options. Yeah, that's what I'm looking at. Play the 12, slide out a little bit. Then I have an angle to draw off the 10. It should still be workable. It's not ideal, but maybe you end up brushing the 8 and give yourself enough room to go cross-side with the 8. This played pretty well. You have to put more pace into this than you expect, though, because you're playing the 10, cue ball comes off. Cue ball's going to lose a lot of momentum, and then you're stunning in, but you also need, you know, some draw potentially to pull away from the 8. That's what I'm trying to calculate right now. Got into it pretty good. Not quite enough. I'll be curious what you guys think of this one. I looked at it in post. I end up going after the 8. And I think I try to send it cross-side off the 1. I don't know if it was on or not, but I had to go for something. And my opponent had somebody watch the hit, and he called that it was a bad hit. And to me, I was looking at it frame by frame. So yeah, drop me a comment. But it kind of looked like, I don't hit it well, but I think it was a good hit in the sense that I'm pretty sure I make contact with the 8 first. Even though I hit it really poorly. Oh, I call it up in the like cross corner because I felt like I had enough room. I think I was also just trying to keep the cue ball away from him. But I'm just trying to do too much here. Cross side was probably the right play. Oh yeah, and it hitched, the stream hitched too. But they ended up calling it a bad hit. No argument for me here, because it was kind of unclear when I was at the table. And the stream hitching doesn't help. It had to be that exact moment that the connection got choppy. But I kind of felt like, looking at it in post frame by frame, that there might have been contact on the 8 first. Hard to say. If the 4 doesn't go in the bottom right corner, do you have to develop those? You have to like use the 3 to roll into them? You really don't want to have to play the 4 on the left side. not too crazy though, right? I mean, yeah, just cue ball here. The 3 should pass the 6, and then you either roll into the 4 or the 6. You're gonna come away with a shot. Yeah, the 4's gotta go. He puts himself very close to the 4, but you just kind of like pop out from the 4, you land yourself on the 6, or the 3 in the left side. That's fine. Got the 2 in the left side, maybe roll up for the 6. You really want to take care of the 6 and the 3. The 7 and the 1 have pretty natural corner pockets, but at this point, it's straight pull kind of patterns, right? Like just pick your key ball, get rid of the ones in the center of the table. Looking at shaping the 7 from here, potentially. It was a little below the 2. Land straight on the 1. I think you can cue at the 7 from here. The 3 and the 6 are still a little funny though, unless the 3 goes now. Is he gonna try to go from the 7 to the 6? Comes out and across. Yeah, the 3 must go. It looks like he landed pretty well on the 3. Probably the 1 ball's the key ball. Just leave an angle on the 6 to get on the outside of the shot line of the 1. So that you hit the 1 and slide across for the 8 in the bottom left. That'll do. Good habits here, right? Looking at the back of the 1, making sure that he sees his line. I remember at this point though, like I mentioned with the just slower play, and this is not, to be clear, this is not like egregiously slow play by any means, but I was just in this sort of flow up until that point in the tournament, this point in the tournament, and this pace change was messing with my flow. And I was just sitting there like it felt like my mind was going numb. Just like, man, I just want to play. And like, yeah, you know, like I said, nothing against him. He's playing well. Clearly has a ton of experience. Like he knows his game, and if this is his working tempo, that's his working tempo. And there's nothing you can do about it, right? Like your opponent's at the table, you just have to wait for your chances. So he makes a good out. At the end of the day, that is pool. Head ball break here, just kind of control the cue ball a little bit. I do not control the cue ball. So it'd be really nice if I just ran out here, right? Let's do that. Let's just do a break and run. Stripes are kind of crummy. I wouldn't want to have to deal with a 15-12. Open with the solids. Everything goes for solids. 6-4, 2-1, 5-7 kind of situation. Those are interesting too, guys. Like at this point, could you try to get more out of that 6 ball? Yeah. Does it make it more missable? Yes. Do you have to get more out of the 6 ball? I don't think so. The 4 lays up. It's always going to be makeable from here. It's not any harder than it would have been. Oh, I wanted to get across table. Yeah, I was thinking I was going from the 4 to the 2. But this is also fine. Might be a little funny though, I don't know. Maybe not the best pattern. Yeah. Am I like kind of stuck here? I want to come out and across. Maybe I'm going to shoot the 7 and try to draw back for the 5. I don't know about that shape off the 4. It's hard to imagine this is where I wanted to be. So I came out and across. I do think I was trying to stay on the left side of the 5. So fortunate that the 5 goes in the left side. Maybe a little help from the 14 if I need it. Because I could float up for the 1 ball from here. Or I could go up and back for the 2. It depends. If I need to use the 14, that allows me to undercut the 5. Pretty full into the 5 to get on the other side of the 1. Yeah, I guess. Maybe a little risky moving the 14 that way. But it didn't really bring it into play. The shape's pretty good, and so let's just test this out. If I'm saying that I want to be exactly here, how close do I get? Which I don't even know about that. I think honestly, like being kind of on the outside of the 2 is a little better so that you drift across for the 8. Not even close. I mean, this is a workable, you know, I'm still like on the line. It's still a workable position, but it's nowhere near what I was indicating. I think I realistically needed to come back and look at the 2 from down here to cue myself into that spot. Should be able to just slide across here. I could probably shape the 8 in the right hand side, but I think just playing across, yeah, that's pretty natural. Here's a sporty little break and run in a reasonable amount of time. I'll take those. All right, he's breaking. It's hill. Actually, we were supposed to, I don't know if we did. You're supposed to flip for the break on the hill, and I do not remember flipping a coin. It is what it is. Makes just a whole bunch of them. So just get rid of them. Interesting layout, because look, almost all the stripes are up here, and then boom, the 15. Tricky. And big separation for the solids too. 3 down here, 3 up there. If I'm reading the pixels properly. This ball's in a tough spot. Does he have a good option to open? Not really, because you don't want to play this combination, because then this ball's completely blocked by solids. If you take solids, you don't have a pocket for the 1. Or maybe this is the 1. Maybe this is the 9. If this is the 9, that changes everything. Then you want to take stripes. Take stripes, play the combo, and then use the 9 to get on the 10. And the 10 to get you down for the 15. I could see him taking solids here, but then you have to get on the 1. Maybe you just play the 1 and then the 3. That's probably the play, because the 1 is blocked up otherwise from down table. Yeah, there's an out either way. Yeah, make a bit of a shot on the 1, land on the 3, and then the 3 puts you back on the 4 or the 2. Good one. Kind of out and around. The 5's almost dead center of the table, so just make sure that you're on the right side of the 5 ball. Landing pretty straight on the 5 would be useful, because then you could roll through it for the 4 or the 2. Yeah, he's just picking his spot on the rail, right? Like where he wants to end up. Let's see how close he gets. With the understanding again that the camera angle is a little deceptive. Nice. A little past the line, but still okay. Should be able to just roll through this 5. I don't think he's that far past it that he's got to work around the stripes or anything crazy like that. Maybe, yeah, he's just going to accept a bit of a longer shot on the 4. Like some of you have pointed out, it's a bar table. Like, no shot is really that long of a shot. Yeah, he wasn't too crazy behind it. And he's okay here. I don't think the queuing's too awkward on either the 4 or the 2, but you have to decide what you're doing with the 7. If he's got clean queuing and he can draw back, you want to be kind of above the 7, that's workable. There's also the possibility of playing the 2 and rolling down, play the 7 in the side and roll up for the 4. Decided to roll through the 4. He's awkward on the 7. Back cut on the 7 is sending you right into the 8 ball. He points at it like it's going to send the 8 ball right into the side. You could go safe. You don't want to have to do that. Hill, but you don't want to lose the game either. Do you just roll into the 7 and leave your opponent under the 8, force them to make a hit on this ball? It's a gamble. He's gambling on just cutting the 7 in, but I guess he feels like it's 50-50. Going for it. And they both go. Tough one. Tough one. So, moving on. This next match is against Mark. And Mark, we have seen on the channel before. And he happened to be wearing a blue shirt. I don't know if it was the same blue shirt as the last time I played him in the tournament, but good player, 650 something, I don't know, 650 plus. Super friendly guy. And this ends up being a good set. Pretty sure this is the last. This might be the last set of this video. But he opens up kind of good tempo here. Awkward combo though. The 10-13 was always going to be tough. And he fires at it, but doesn't make it happen. Got to pounce on this. You got to immediately take advantage of that early miss and punish him. So the question is, can I do so? The 6 is there. There's a combo on the 5-4. I don't think the 3 goes past the 14. The 1 is there, but it's very hard. Very hard shot. I might just have to deal with this 5-4 combination. Upped my tempo a little bit, and I think that's just coming off that last match where I was just kind of raring to go. Just try to roll into this and shape the 5. No, I go into it with some pace. Okay, I don't mind that. The window on the 5 is kind of small from here, but I'm on the 6. There's an out. There is an out here. Still tough though. I'm on the 6. Do you just play this? Yeah, probably, right? Play the 6, roll between the 7 and the 10, and either land on the 2 or get up on the 5 and take care of the 5. Go to the 7 from there. The 3 ball's still a question mark. I don't think it goes over here either. So you're gonna have to go in the side with a 3. Kind of stun follow. Pretty. It's nice. Hit that little window there. It's not a little window, I guess. There's plenty of room. So where does the 3 ball go? Do I need to play the 5-7 now? Because the 5 puts me on the 7. Pick my spot. Looks like I'm telling myself I want to get up to that 3rd diamond. I'm shifting a little bit while getting down. I am kind of around the table though. Yeah, underhit it. So the 7 ball's still there. Back cut on the 7 sends me up table, and I can get on the 1, or I can get up above the 3, shoot the 3. I was trying to hold it. If the 3 goes in the top left, I should take that now. If not, I'm faced with a pretty tough cut on the 2. I have to take this cut on the 2 and go out and back. Played that nice. Pretty flat on the 1 though. Pretty flat on the 1. Yeah, if I had been on the short rail, that would have been really nice to come out and shape the 3 on the right side. As it stands, can I manipulate the cue ball? Probably not too much. I might have to still go with a high ball, roll towards the 13, and take a bit more of a shot on the 3. Unless I draw off this. I'm going to power up to draw. I was able to get into the rail and back out. That's sporty. I want to be up here though, dude. Overhit that a little bit. I really like that shot. I like that one feels good to me, so I'm pretty straight on the 1. So I decide to come back into the rail and basically maintain that same angle coming off the rail where my bridge hand is. I'm a little bit past the shot line here, so I have to roll the 3 in and play shape for the 8 over here. Take a bit more of a shot on the 8, but still very manageable. And here's where I mess up. I play good up until this point. I'm working it out, and I get onto the 8, and instead of shooting this ball in, I try to roll it in, but I set myself up as if I'm getting ready to shoot it in. My mechanics look really good, but then I kind of decel, and I miss that ball. Pretty silly. Pretty silly. Maybe rushed it a little bit too, honestly. Didn't give it the respect it deserved. And yeah, I didn't shoot it. So I leave Mark with just a 10-13 situation to clear up, but it should not be a problem. Even if he's faced with that combination again, I don't see him missing it unless he can just take the 13 now. Yeah, which you should. That's your blocker. I like how he played the opening shot to get kind of center table and give himself some options. And just pick him off from here. The 11 ball makes a better key ball. Take a bit more of a shot on the 10. Nice, got into that pretty good. No need to get greedy. Grabs that first one. Head ball, but not a square hit, and way too high on the cue ball. So my break was a little off. In my defense, the first couple sets I didn't have to break that much, if at all. So didn't really get to settle into the break shot. I think he was just verifying if it was still open. There's not a great opening shot here. The 12-1 combination is something. The 14-15 I think is what he's sizing up. Just send it. Just go for it. Yeah, no way. And give me ball in hand. Oh man, yes. I want to win a game. All right. Now what? You take stripes? The 10 ball goes, taking stripes for sure. Start with these, get on the 13 in the side. These both go in the side. Just have to leave a pocket for the 8. It's another interesting layout. I love me some 8 ball. Yeah, maybe 14, 12, 13, 15, 11, 9, 10, 8. So decided to address the cluster in the center of the table first. I might be looking to develop the 8 early. So if I get on the 10 in such a way that I can roll into the 8, then I'm going to try to leave myself the 9 or the 15. And then shoot my way out of that. That is not enough. I needed to get past the 4 ball, let the angle do the work. Now I have to work a little harder. Unless I'm on the 9, in which case I might just take the 9 now and get on the 10 to develop the 8. Or I'm just going to hammer the 10 and try to get out from it now. I'm definitely shifting while I'm down on the ball. Got out of it pretty good, I have to say. Got a lot out of that cue ball. And I'm on the 12. 12 rolls me onto the 14. Maybe I come away with a shot on the 13 or the 14. The 9's available now, but it's kind of gross. I don't want to have to shoot that. I'm looking at my line on the 13 in the side. I think I just have to take the 12 now, yeah. Just roll through this. Bobble that in. Got funny on the back of the 14. And I did not come away with a shot on the 14. I do have a look at the 13. Not great. I have to either send it at the right-hand side or towards the 15. Yeah, I'm sizing up sending the 13 at the 15, which I do not think is a great decision. It'd be awesome if it worked out, but chances are so low. Such a hard combination. Especially not at that speed. Missed the ball. Oh well. Maybe hoping to tie up the 8? I don't know what the consideration was there. But Mark's got an out. The 3 puts you on the 1. 7 goes in the left side off the... Yeah, how does he get on the 7? Oh, he just wants to open it up. Open everything up. Just send them all flying around. I love the nod. Like, yeah, that's something that can happen. He's just getting right down to business, too. Send the 6. Hold for the 5. You should be able to get on the 1, though. The 3's still up there. It's something that I could use more of in my game, is the willingness to shuffle things around a little bit early in the rack. Or your first inning. Wherever that happens to happen during that game. Slide across. That's a good shot. I don't play that one often enough either. Just sort of slide across for the ball in the other corner. Wanted to open up the 8, kind of a gamble, but knowing that the 3 and the 7 are there on the opposite side of the table, he knew he would have some kind of option. Does he have to take the 3 to the 1 now, or can he get good on the 3 from the 7? Good habits here, right? Check your spot, make sure you know where you're going. Well, it was a bit more severe of a cut than I thought, based on the camera angle. But he's in great shape now. He knows where the cue ball needs to be for the 1. Pretty full, good speed control. Yeah, very full. Played to the right-hand side of the pocket. And he didn't want to be straight on it. He's got a little bit of an angle to work with. Roll through this. Here's the same thing. I mean, the same thing as that first rack where I played shape for the 8 for more of a shot. But watch how he hits it. He's going to shoot this in, and I was just trying to roll it in. Yeah. Cue ball gets a little crazy, but nothing dangerous. Better break, fuller. Gotta make something happen here. Strips look okay. Might be tempted to open with a 15. The 10 is there though, right? So you do take the 10. if I'm straight on the 10, 15, or leave myself an angle, get above the 15 here, 10, 15 out for the 12. This is a very nice open layout. The solids are all dressed up here too. You're basically straight in on the 1, shape the 4 from there. 4, 5, 7, 3 in the side, 6, 2. Yeah, tons of options. Immediately gets a little funny though, because I get too flat on the 5. It's a weakness of my game, guys. It's something that I'm not doing automatically enough, is leaving myself enough of an angle. It's an artifact of early days where I just decided to learn how to get straight in on everything. I felt like that was going to be better somehow. I wish I had that lesson in my first year, 2 years of playing. Like, play position for an angle. Like, learn how to use that second ball to get to the third ball and then just shift. Had to retrain that. You can see the evidence of it in my videos too. If you've been following me for a while, you'll see that I'm, trying to be much more aware of that, but it does not come easily. Yeah, perfect example. I needed an angle on the 5 to get down below the 4, and now I'm contending with a sort of a weird shot on the 3 to come back across. That's a good recovery, because I crossed the shot line on the 4 and now I can easily get on the 1. I just have to decide how I'm getting from the 1 to the next ball. That looks okay. Inch back. I'm having to travel a lot though, from the 2 to the 6. Is there a better way to play that? Maybe the better way to play it would be to get below the 6 here, and then play the 6 to get up on the 2 like that. This looks okay, as long as if I'm just playing a draw shot to get back up above the 6, sort of straight in on the 6, and then the 8 in the left side. Yeah, so I want to be here. It's easy to over or under hit these though. I'm not using an angle. Ah, this is what it is. I'm actually behind it, so I have to roll down and I under hit that. Yeah. Yeah, I was asking too much of the cue ball. I was trying to make myself get perfectly straight on the 2 and then draw back and get perfectly straight on the 6 instead of using an angle and allowing the speed to do it. Yeah, now I'm faced with a funky, very severe back cut on a 6 ball after moving everything out of his way. It's still playable, but there was a straightforward out available. Pretty good speed. Ended up overcutting it. He's pretty good on the 10 right now. The back cut on the 15 is not crazy. Yeah, I guess just take that and work your way down. He's not afraid to shoot at him. I need some of that. Back cut on the 11, probably shape the 10 in the side. Holding it for the 12. Felt risky. I'm gonna play it pretty full. Roll up just a little bit for the 10 in the top left. Oh, he's kind of queuing down at it. Maybe he's got to stun down into the short rail and back up. Yeah. With some outside to correct. That's a good recovery shot. Oh boy, got it. Yeah, you could tell he kind of hitched it a little bit, but good recovery. Thanks for checking this out, guys. I end up getting knocked out to the loser side by Mark, who played very well. And you'll have to come back for part 3 to see how things wrap up. But thanks for checking this out, and part 3 is on its way shortly.